Welcome to the Dice Tower, a series of video reviews about board and card games. Here are your hosts, Tom Vassell and Sam Healy.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
Zee Garcia, what's happening?
Sam Healy, how's it going, y'all?
Jason Levine.
We have just finished our final game of Pandemic Legacy. We've played through it, and we're going to talk a little bit about our thoughts now having played the whole thing through. We did a review of it after we played 6 games. We are not going to spoil any major things or even minor things, but you may find out something like, well, does the game continue on when it's finished? What we thought about I don't know. Anyway, if you don't want any more information about the game, I don't even know why you clicked on this video anyway. So, but
Seriously.
Turn it off now, otherwise. But we're just going to talk about what we did. We finished the game and we won.
Yes, we did.
We did. We played 17 games total, and we lost 6 of them, I think?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I'm feeling pretty good about it, actually. I feel like we played well.
I think so, and I think those numbers back us up on the fact that we played pretty well.
Yes.
We did decently. I think there could have been, some of those losses we had no control over. I mean, there's no way that we could have stopped it.
Maybe.
Well, that's the way that works, right? I mean,
Right.
in pandemic, sometimes you just can't
You can't do it.
And some of our wins, we got lucky with previous decisions in the game, sometimes.
Yes.
Yes, sure.
So,
Groundwork was laid. Groundwork was laid.
yeah. And I like the fact that the game actually references previous decisions on a few things.
Yep.
Again, without being spoilery. So, the good news for us, I thought, was that we never had to open that box if you lose 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Although I opened it anyway to see what was in it. And if you want to see our games, we will be posting them in a couple weeks. The playthroughs of each game, but I recommend that those will be full spoilers. And I only recommend you watch those once you've played through that same month, just to see how we handled it differently.
Right. Yep.
And we'll announce that those are spoilers. So, the game is finished after you're done through. So it can be 12 games, which, if I meet someone who beats us in 12 games, I'll shake their hand.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
It took us 17 games, and I'm feeling like we're doing pretty well.
And the average, from what I've heard, is 18 games, which makes sense. Between
So we're above average? Yeah, a B.
between 12 and 24 is it. So 18 is pretty good, 17 is pretty good. And yeah, I think it was a solid feel overall. Again, the words I've said before about this game is cinematic, great storytelling. All of those hold true for the entirety of the game. I will say, the only other Legacy game out there at this point is Risk Legacy. And I will preface this by saying that I have not actually finished Risk Legacy, but I do feel like while this game makes a better first impression as a campaign, as an overall story, it tells a better story, a more cohesive story, I do think that it's possible Risk Legacy does better on repeat playthroughs of its entirety. Whereas this, I feel, is like an awesome movie, but I'm not sure how good it's going to be the second time you watch that movie. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Again, that's a nebulous idea I'm having, but that's not bad. It's just something to maybe be aware of. It's the kind of thing you want to make sure you get a great first crack at it.
Well, I think it's part of the price you pay, too, though, for having a more cohesive story. Risk Legacy's all over the place.
Sure.
This one is a very focused story, and I thought it did well. I mean, were there parts that surprised you guys?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you bet.
I mean, there was a few major things that happened over the course of the game. Lots of minor stuff, too, but there was a few, and we were, reeling, of what just happened. I thought was cool. My question to each of you is this, though. Would you play it again? Jason?
I'm not sure. I mean, the thing for me, and everyone knows that I'm kind of a person who likes to keep my games pristine, and this is talked about a lot with Legacy.
Never open something to shrink, but I mean, at least...
So for me, it was kind of cathartic, and I feel like this game, you cannot go through it and try to laminate things and all these things that people talk about. You have to rip the things and sticker the thing. You have to do that. And it was part of the experience. And there were times where I was like, I'm not sure what to do, and I would look at these guys and say, what do you guys think is the best thing? You guys pick. Because I didn't want to make the wrong choice and feel like we were stuck in some bad thing later on because I picked. So I deferred to them a lot, and that was the toughest part, was what are we going to do? And I just kind of let them, because the story really, it builds, and you really need to play it the way it's intended. I really feel that you have to do the full effect.
All right, but my question is, I know you're going to buy a copy of this even though you just played it. Okay, we know that's happening. Okay. Are you going to play through it again with another group of people?
If another group wants to play it, I would. It's going to be tough, though, because obviously we know what happens. So when you play it, you're going to have to sit there and let everyone else make all the choices and not go, oh, well, I know if I do that, it'll really help because this thing's going to come up later.
Right.
So that's the tough part about it, but I would. I mean, if 3 other people in our group said, let's get together and you'd be the 4th, I would totally play it with them.
What about you, Sam?
I don't know that I would play it again, and that's because I think part of the novelty of this game is that journey as you go through the year. Of course, the year in game, playing through those different episodes, so to speak, each monthly episode, and part of the excitement that gives is gone now because you know the end of the story. Yes, you can watch a good movie a second time and still enjoy it, and I think people could play this. I just, myself personally, I don't think I would, because that excitement just wouldn't be there anymore. I know the storyline now. So, but again, that's not a detractor to say don't play Pandemic Legacy. We played 17 games. And if you look at the price right now, it's around, you can get it for $50 at Cool Stuff. That's like 75 cents a game per player. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't buy that kind of entertainment anywhere else.
Right.
So I think you should definitely go out and try to enjoy this if you have not.
I do want to say, you cannot get it right now if you're watching this video.
But I mean, within a week. You can get it within a week.
You're going to get it very, very soon.
I would play it through. I wouldn't play it again for myself. I'd be fine with that. However, I'm thinking about maybe in a month or two getting it and having my family play through it, and I kind of just moderate, help them with the rules and stuff, not give any choices, because I would get a lot of joy out of watching their reactions to the different games and things.
Well, I do intend to play it again. But I know there's a couple of caveats that are going to come with that, and really they come sort of pre-built in simply because I will not do what we just did, which is shotgun this game. Yeah. And that's going to be, I'm going to let a little bit of time pass until I start playing again. Mm-hmm. And by the very nature of a regular game group, there will be time between games, which is going to give me even more time to sort of distance myself from the story and enjoy those moments again. Like we said, we keep going back to a movie metaphor, but it's apt. If you watch a movie a week after you just saw it, you remember everything. But if you wait a year and watch it again, there will be moments that are, that come back and you go, oh yeah, that's right, that's cool, I like that moment. And this isn't like that, ultimately. It will be a different-ish tale.
All right.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm playing it again.
Couple questions we got to ask. Anyone can jump in here. People say, will it be good with 2? We played it with 4, not with 2, but do you think it would be good with 2 players?
I think so.
Sure. I mean, it's all about the storyline. It's not really about necessarily the number of people you have playing. It's about following that storyline and the excitement that comes from that. So I think, it would be fine.
What do you think about the difficulty of it?
I think it's handled well, and the game finds a nice way to sort of self-adjust.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I thought was pretty cool, how it kind of started off, of course, it started off feeling like regular strength, I guess you could say, Pandemic, but then it fluctuated throughout the year.
Right.
So you got different flavors of complexity with each game. So I thought it was cool.
And just like regular Pandemic, even though obviously things change along the way, the thing is, you still have the luck of the cards, and when the cards come out through the deck, and it's just like a regular game of Pandemic in that regard. So there's going to be games where the luck is good, games where the luck is bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say that I was very happy with how it ended. I feel like we came down to a wire. It didn't feel like it felt. It was pretty tense. And I like that. And there were moments in the game where it felt overwhelming, and there were moments in the game where we're like, we got this. And sometimes those moments were really close together.
Yep.
So, all right, well, that's pretty much it. You'll find out more of this when you play it yourself, I'm sure, and watching our live playthroughs. So until next time, I'm Tom Vassal.
Wait.
What?
Can I just say one more thing?
All right, fine.
Because I want to tell them about when the things happen that, like, such as when the...
You kidding?
What?
Anyhow, as I was saying, I'm Tom Vassal.
I'm Zee Garcia. Thank you, folks.
And I'm Sam Healy. See you on the flip side, y'all.
Thanks for watching the Dice Tower.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.